to do some more farming, and we'll see what else. Whatever we can get done. I also want to grind to get this ninja backpack. Not that I'm excited for it, because honestly it's okay. It doesn't seem like it's the greatest in the world, but we can deal with that. Alright, so let's go with alright. Just give me a second here while I'm okay. Okay, thank you for the good. There we go. Go back here, and now we're going to say there we go. That's perfect. Alright, there we go. Whoops, that's not the one I want. That's not the one I want either. That's not the one I want either. No, I'll use this one. Okay, let's put that there. Now, I don't want to screw this up, so let's put this. There. Whoops. I just want to see something. Let's see. Alright, so got that. We'll try it. Alright. So, with a little magic, I've switched this up even better. So I got 1.2 million armor on this one. And she hits like a dump truck. Okay. Let me just... Actually, let me see how much space I have first. Alright. Let me just put something away here real quick. I want to have some space. What is that? Okay, let's put some weapons away. Let's go. I want to give this a little test drive real quick. I haven't test drive this quick. Yeah, I haven't done it yet, so I'm going to try this. It should work good.
Another agent is now in your group.
I like how it's finding people quick, though. Three people already, so do this. There's another one, there's another one.
Another agent has joined your group.
Two more people. There's another one.
Another agent is now in your group.
Why does that look familiar? Why does he look familiar? It's really weird.
Another agent has joined your group.
Really weird. Oh.
An agent is no longer in your group.
Oh, I hope he got in time, that person. I don't think they should let you leave once the countdown starts. Like, once it starts counting down before the game starts, it should lock you in place so you can't move.
Communication relay offline.
And if somebody does quit during a match, it should have like an auto replacement person that can come in. I know a couple of games that does that, where it replaces anybody that quits during the match. It still penalizes the people that quit, though.
Hyenas have taken over the power plant and triggered the lockdown procedures. Be careful, Agent. Last thing we need is an RC bomb in a nuclear reactor. We need to find a way to relieve the pressure and fix the reactor's cooling system.
Reactor unstable. Emergency lockdown protocols activated. 15 minutes lockdown.
Critical pressure level. To avert catastrophic system failure, system purge required.
agent has gone offline. System reactivated. System malfunctioning. An agent needs assistance. System restored. Serious trauma detected. System reactivated. An agent needs assistance. System curtailed. Agent down. An agent has left your group. An agent has reconnected. Rogue striker drone detected. Hostile striker drone detected. System restored. An agent is no longer in your group. System disrupted. System back online.
Okay, what the fuck happened?
10 minutes to lockdown.
Why did it just take me out of the fight when I was about to fucking kill that hunter? What the hell was that shit? Okay, well, fuck this. Let's go kill these guys then.
An agent has left your group.
Okay. Cool.
You're in. We need to locate the target.
Yeah, everybody's here. Seeing it. Enemies are right there.
Cooling system failure imminent.
Emergency lockdown protocol is complete. Reactor offline.
Damn it, we lost the plant. We'll need a team of engineers to get it back online. Let's get you home. Torres is waiting for your signal. Shoot off a flare when you're ready to come home.
Critical pressure exceeded. Automated system purge initiated. Cooling system shutting down.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Come on, you little bitch. Hmm. You little bitch. Do 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 do. I got 30 seconds. That was crazy how quickly I was healing once I had that thing on myself. Like that's probably the craziest True Patriot build I've made. Where I was like getting really close to them and then just basically healing just as quick as they're taken away from my energy. Oh, there's still a hunter over here. Ah.
Activated.
We lost the plant. We need to find a way to get the...
Says I got 0 kills. I got a lot of kills actually. I don't know why it's bugged. It's definitely bugged. I killed like quite a few NPCs in that room, just that room alone. The mission bugged or something anyways, that's why everybody left. If they would have stayed, it would have been fine.
Detected.
Sometimes it bugs like that, but it takes like a minute or so, and then it'll fix itself. Well, that's the problem that most people don't see. So they leave. They immediately leave because they're like, oh, it's bugged. And they leave. But really it's not. Like, anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute later, it'll correct itself. I mean, it's annoying that it happens in the first place, but on the other hand, I mean, it does fix itself. Just people don't want to wait. Let's go over here for a minute.
Reinforcements en route. Serious trauma detected. assistance needed. Serious trauma detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Tread carefully. Grenade out! Almost there! Won't be anything left of you! Taking a clear shot! They're still here! You think you can take Gonna blow some heads off! Gotta blow! I'll take you all on!
Agent requesting backup. Immediate medical assistance needed.
Hope it helps my house!
All right, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna fast travel back to the thing here. I gotta run upstairs for a second. Okay, sorry I had to go upstairs for a minute. Alright. So, something interesting. I don't know if this is a trick or what this is, so I would like to further test this. But there seems to be something going on with these two talents and True Patriot. And I'm not sure why it's doing what it's doing, but normally I heal very slowly. But I was face tanking yellow NPCs in Countdown, and I was healing like a motherfucker. So, I know I had heals down, but that's not the point. The point is I was healing. My white debuff was healing me faster than normal. So now I'm curious to see why that is. I don't have it on me, I don't think. Do I? No. Alright. So let's put this on. Let's put this on named. Let's injure ourselves here pretty good.
Serious trauma detected.
Now let me. It died too quick. Now if I do this, I'll show you. I know. Maybe it was just countdown, I don't know.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
But one thing in this, I think it's when I do, let me get this white debuff. Okay. I don't think it triggers when you put these on very hard. See, it's picking up. It's probably picking up that right there. Oh wait, no, it is. Anyways, it reminds me of the old True Patriot when that happens, because when I do this and I stay in this radius and I got a white debuff on somebody, I shoot them. I can stand there as long as that green thing is there, and I will heal almost as fast as the old way because my white debuff is kicking in at the same time. And I don't know what it is about that white debuff and that heal at the same time, but it just it just makes my thing go up like crazy. Like I had NPCs that were like, I had 2 or 3 NPCs on me at one point, and I was just healing so fast. And I don't really have much armor regen on this build. I'm literally using 4 pieces of True Patriot. I think that's the only armor regen. Yeah, it's the only armor regen I have on this build is on this piece here. Intimidate, Adrenaline Rush, 4 pieces of True Patriot. Let me pull my other gun out too, because it's juiced up more than this one is. I hope it's still in my inventory. I didn't put it on my other character. Actually, you know what? I'm going to bring this out. I got an idea. This will still hit hard. This is going to give me the old True Patriot heal. Let me show you what I can do with this. This thing hits just as hard as my other gun, which is really funny. Now let me injure myself real quick. Alright. There we go, there's the old True Patriot. Yeah, so if I take my other gun out, I think it slightly hits a little bit harder, but like M-Line's guard is hitting pretty hard for what I'm running. And headshots give you double the bonus for the healing, right? So if you can help it, try to finish them with a headshot, and you should be able to finish them with a headshot, no problem. You will heal like crazy. If you guys don't mind mashing that like button, that would really help support this channel. I'm gonna get in here and try this out again. Hopefully if I don't get quitters again this time. That is solo that one room myself. I did it, but
Another agent is now in your group.
unfortunately I didn't make it past the hunters because there was too many of them. Well, we're finding people quick
Another
tonight.
agent has joined your group.
Yeah. The more support, the better. See knowledge. I think I've seen him before.
Another agent is now in your group.
There we go. Hopefully nobody leaves. That's happened to me many times. Today it's happened a couple times. I don't know if there's a bug going on or something. I don't think there is. I know it bugged out like once tonight, but it fixed itself like pretty quick. And then that's the last message from the last match I played. It's still there. He's telling everybody thanks. And he's referring to Ubisoft because what happened was we were fighting hunters, and it reset us. It I don't know what, it respawned us for no reason when we were fighting hunters back at the beginning of the map, and I was really confused as to why it was doing that because we didn't die.
Hyenas have taken over the power plant and triggered the lockdown.
Hopefully we don't,
procedures.
like I said,
Be
hopefully there's no
careful,
quitters this time.
Last thing we need is an RC bomb in a nuclear reactor. We need to restrict access and secure the nuclear waste.
Reactor unstable. Emergency lockdown protocols activated. 15 minutes to lockdown.
High levels of radiation detected. Commence operational lockdown procedures.
System curtailed. System reactivated. System malfunctioning. System curtailed. System back online. Incoming. High-risk hostile. Evacuate the facility. Area secure. Shade tech detected. turret detected. Rogue sniper turret detected. Hostile sniper turret detected. High-risk target detected. Area secure.
Agent, you can access the waste area. Do me a favor and take a decontamination shower before you come back to base. Agent, you've reached the waste area. I need you to secure the radioactive material to override the lockdown protocols.
Radiation detected. Initiating safety protocol.
We need to secure that tank and get it back into the sarcophagus.
Serious trauma detected. Evacuate the facility. 5 minutes to lockdown.
Lethal radiation levels detected. Lockdown protocol in effect.
That should be the source of the leak. Now we just need to seal those tanks.
High-risk target approaching.
stop exposing your team to not-so-low doses of radiation.
Radiation detected at acceptable level.
Don't let the doctor get away.
Nice. The plant's secure. Now let's get you out of there. Move to the extraction point. Torres is waiting for your signal. Shoot off a flare when you're ready to come home. Agent, stay frosty. Hunters incoming.
System disrupted. System activated.
When you're ready, send up a flare so Torres can pick you up.
Deceased. System restored. In your group. Rogue detector drone detected. Hostile detector drone detected. Rogue Stinger Hive detected. Hostile Stinger Hive detected. System back online.
see you. Kilo inbound on your location. Torres is in position.
An agent needs assistance.
Sending intro.
Hostile phaser drone.
Let's see how they like this.
They're not dead yet.
Agent down. Get out of there.
Alright, that was great.
Safe area entered.
Okay, I apparently don't know what I got there. I'm gonna look real quick. I know I ran out of room, so I need to see what first I gotta remember which pieces I need. Let me see. Okay, so these 4 squares right here. So chest piece. Nope. Not the roll I wanted. Mask I don't really care for, but holster. Yeah, we've got one that's got that. What do we get for yellow pieces? I don't really use this part of that gear set, so I'm not going to bother with that. Versatile is a very nice talent. I got it already, but gloves. Actually, I'll keep that one. That one I'll keep because I can do something with that. Knee pads? No. Weapons. What did I get for weapons? MP7. I've got perfect vindictive, so I'm not worried about that. What's this? Let's see if that expertise lady will take any of this stuff. I don't know if she will or not, but yeah, she took a couple. She took 3. Which is not bad, but it's not great either.
Time to check the stocks again.
Okay, I will be back. I gotta get upstairs quick.
Definitely eat some venison.
I'm living the capitalist dream.
Civilians are kindly reminded not to loiter near the entrances and exits. Thank you for your cooperation.
Incoming backup request.
Hey kid, you feeling all right?
Nice to see you, Agent.
We urge all civilians to stay vigilant. Hostiles have been spotted outside the safe area.
And I thought desk work at the NSA was boring. Man.
that one go?
Military operations are in progress. We urge all civilians to remain inside the safe area. Please approach the safe area using one of the designated checkpoints.
I like making deals. Hello there. Thanks for the business.
Wah, 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 wah. I'm sorry, I just had to clear my throat.
Baggage screening is mandatory. Please remove all metallic objects and electronic devices when entering the safe area.
This isn't a bad space to set up in.
Shit, fire. Who did Charles have to screw to get an espresso machine? I'm pretty sure he's brewing dandelion roast. Jesus Christ, that's such horse shit.
We urge all civilians to stay vigilant. Hostiles have been spotted outside the safe area.
People surprise you. Every day, I'm surprised by how much people care. How many people are willing to put their lives on the line to save a stranger? It's inspiring to see. And I'm just thankful I can be a tiny part of that.
Alright, I had to go do some stuff.
Safe area detected.
Yeah, I got rid of all that stuff, right? Yes. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay.
Agent requesting backup.
Now I could put this on here, because it would be equivalent to what I just fought. Okay. Because when you play a countdown on Heroic,
We need you to secure a skyscraper. This may take a while.
it's like playing it on this, only you're getting gold enemies instead. Hello. Alright. Let's get this ready.
Server terminal detected. Agent detected. Explosive trap detected. Hostile explosive trap detected. Agent deceased. Target lost. Vital signs critical. Agent vital signs. 0.
Weapon 3! On your 9! Done for. Man down, right here!
Serious trauma detected.
Hey, asshole! Not dead yet!
Agent deceased.
Okay, this is really fucking making me mad now. That guy should have been dead like a year ago when I was shooting him in the fucking head like that. I'm stacking headshot damage on this shit. I don't know why these fucking morons aren't dying. Sit down. There we go. Bitch.
System malfunctioning. System reactivated.
Where are you? Where are you? I can hear you. There. Motherfucker. To say I never have this issue with this, so I don't know why the hell I'm suddenly having an issue tonight. Oh shit.
Watch out!
Oh shit, big guy. Gotta be a ninja now.
Got more where that came from. Got it.
No. No, I really haven't touched it yet.
Backup request.
I'm dead. Yep.
Vital signs critical.
Yep.
Agent killed.
Yeah, whatever. It's so unrealistic there anyways. It's not like you're going to actually be faced with a situation where a big guy's going to be having stinger hives on his back anyways. Realistically.
Entering safe area.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. I think I have pieces for it all around. But I haven't tried it yet. Regardless of me dying where I just died multiple times, I think it was just me fucking around, but I still like this setup. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I still like this setup. It's still nice. Minus this, because I was only using this because of the rogue agents. Normally I would use this. Which reminds me, is that the right one I'm using? No, I'm going to switch that actually. That's what I was going to do. I got another King Breaker I'm going to use. I think I have it on me. Okay, I thought I did. Oh, I put it on the other guy. That's a good question, actually. I want to try something. Actually, let me test it without, and then I'll... No, yeah, let me do that first. Let me do this. We'll put Technician back on. Let me look at the menu just to make sure so nothing's all funky. Okay, so we got SMGs and assault rifles. I just want to make sure they're the same. Okay, so we got assault rifles, SMGs, and shotguns. Okay. Alright, so we're going to use Technician first. So I can give you a bit of a I can give you a bit of an explanation of how the True Patriot explosion works and where the damage comes from. So I'm wearing 4 pieces of blue. Okay, and that's good. True Patriot likes blue. Because the more blue you have on, the harder the higher the damage is for the explosions. Allow me to see if I can get this. Let me just show you what I mean by that. Okay, let me just let the numbers settle here for a second. So that's 1730. That's 1.7 million, right? Okay. 1.7 million. Now let's just switch the specializations up for a second. Just I want to see something, because I haven't tried this part before. It makes sense, but it might not change anything. But and then I'll show you what I mean. We'll try this first, because everything's the same, right? I don't have anything different on either one of the specializations, so the bonuses for the guns are the same. This time, let's see if that actually increases anything. Nope, it's the same. Alright, so now, let me show you what happens when you... I'll show you. Okay, so we'll add this piece to start. I'm just going to use a True Patriot piece just because I want to show you for the sake of blue. It can be whatever you want. Okay. So now it's at 1.9. And if I add another blue to the mix, now it's 2.1. So it depends on which blue pieces you're putting on, right? So what it really means is, if I want to get the most out of this, then I need to put on something that's worthwhile. Yeah, so the more blues you have, the higher the damage is when it explodes. I didn't get that guy, he was too weak. .2. Yeah, so the more blues you have, the better. Okay, I believe it also, it's your armor, right? No, oh, I see. I got a red piece there, so I gotta be all blue. I don't have the I don't have that one yet. I am close though. Okay. So anyways, let me see if I just have some blue knee pads I can throw on here. Let's get some Sawyers out, just for something to do. Let's just let that cool down for a second. So, upon playing with this build for so long, I figured this out. Now it's at 2.4 million. See what I mean? Times 4. Actually, it's times 5. So it's about 10 million damage when it explodes. However, if I start taking away from the blue, so let's say I roll my True Patriots, I start rolling them into reds, then it drastically drops the explosion damage down. It all depends on your pieces as well, right? But 2.4 million damage times 5, I'm not going to complain about that. The problem is, though, I don't really have much DPS, right? I've got to kind of... So that's why you got to find a happy medium. So you could probably get away with turning like I had a second ago, where you have like where is it? Where the hell did I just put that? If you turn that Seska into a blue piece, see, it should be lower now when I do explosions. Yeah, so I lost 300,000 when I switched to one of those blues. So So the more blues you have on True Patriot, the better. Now, I think, if I'm correct on this, I can't remember the exact setup I had. I'm going to have to go through all my gear again, but I had this setup with all blues, and my explosions were 2.8 million? 2.8 blah 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 some odd million per explosion. So, and you get 5 explosions roughly in one. So like that's pretty good. That's like 11.2 million damage or more. Probably a little bit more than that. Probably like 11.5 million damage if you max it out. The problem is, like I said, you'll have a lot of armor, but you won't hit very hard. That's what I mean, right? So you gotta find a happy medium, like I had a second ago. Which is, I have Intimidate and Adrenaline Rush. I wasn't using this though. But I need a 4th piece of True Patriot. But mine just happens to be red. So with this one, it's only, see how much I lost? It went down to 1.7 when I changed out those 3 pieces. Because they're reds, right? So I took 3 blues away. And I lost, was it like almost 700,000 in my explosion damages. But I'm still not going to complain because that's 1.7 times 5. That's still good. If anybody's in that circle, they're going to be in trouble. If anything's in that, I've seen it. I've murdered multiple NPCs that were in my explosions. They just happened to walk into the explosions. Now, I don't know if I have enough ceramics. I don't think I do right now, but I have to deconstruct some stuff. Well, maybe I do. So no, I'm running the M-Line's Guard. So when I kill something with that, it heals me. I try to aim for headshots. So most of my kills are headshots. So I want the double heal, right? There, 1.9. I'm not going to complain about that. That's perfect. But I think, oh, nothing there. I want to see if there's a difference. Bear with me for a minute. There is. Okay. Okay. So, it also has to do with your weapon. So let me put on, first of all, it also has to do with your weapon. See, when I switched my weapon, it also went down to 1.7, but when I switch over to this one, it went up to 1.9. So, let me see if I have it on me. This big bad boy out. Now this one's at expertise level 11, so I just want to see what his explosion is going to be. 2 million. So that was 2 million. Now I am also running Demolitionist, so let me go back to, I'm not getting any bonus. So if I'm going to use the Pestilence, and I'm going to return to, actually, you know what? Yeah, I know, I'm going to go Technician because I want to be able to test this out really quick. I want to see if this is going to make a big difference in the explosions as well. I test this on every angle I can find to to confirm what works and what doesn't, and how this is functioning, how this doesn't function. So I know that when I swap weapons, that explosion also matters that way too. I'm gonna let that go. So that's 2 million. Almost 2.1. That's 1.9. But let me see if I can... I was trying to see if I could get like my laser pointer on him. Oh, I missed the numbers. I wanted to see if the laser pointer, because the laser pointer it activates perfect flatline. I wanted to see if that would also jump up the damage. But one thing I know for sure is your weapons play a little bit of a role in it as well. It's probably your weapon damage that plays a role in it. I think it's a bit of weapon damage and armor. I know armor for sure because as you saw when I took the armor pieces off, my damage, my explosions that happened when you kill somebody with True Patriot, they went up a lot when I had all blues. Like I was at 2.4 million per explosion. As soon as I dropped two or three of those pieces up. So your health. So here it is. So yeah, I knew it was armor. So it says dealing damage equal to, so the explosion deals damage equal to their total health and and armor. But we already know that that's horseshit in a way because the more armor I have, and I know it says them, but the more armor I put on, the higher my explosions are, which is weird. Because if I take that off, my explosions go down, right? They go all the way down to 1.7. So according to this, it's supposed to be the enemy that this takes a factor into. So if you're telling me, so this is what I'm really curious about this. So if I killed a rogue agent, let's say I got a full flag on him, I probably would. And let's say he's running 2 million armor. And his buddies are around. I wonder what the explosion damage would be for him. It's probably going to be high. It'd probably be like 2.8 million, if not 3 million per explosion. But like I said, it also plays into your armor too. We've already proven that. We've already seen that. The more armor I put on, the higher my friggin' explosion damage is against anything. As soon as I take armor away, boom, it goes down. So either that's a typo, or they forgot to mention the fact that it also plays into you as well. That's why I said True Patriot likes blue, because, yeah, the more armor you have on, the better. The higher that explosion. The problem is it's going to take you a while to kill shit. Now, yeah, I'm running this. Is this the way I want to? Yeah, okay. So I'm running Intimidate and Adrenaline Rush with this, which actually has saved my life on many occasions, and not because of the damage, but because of the the heal, right? Because when I get close enough to something, it gives me that bonus armor. And then for some reason, when I have that bonus armor, I heal really fast when I use my gun. So that makes me wonder if there's something with those talents and True Patriot, if they're like if it's a something that seems to sync very well. Because like I don't know if you were here earlier, but when I was in not conflict, I was in countdown, and I was the only person left because everybody quit, and I did a whole room by myself, and I had two guys with shields, big shields, and I was face tanking those guys with this build. I was healing so fast.
Agent requesting backup.
It reminds me of the build I used to use in conflict. Oh, I'm sure it does. But like I said, I'm using Intimidate and Adrenaline Rush, and the reason I like this, like I said, I don't know what it is. Once that bonus armor triggers, when I'm close enough to something, I know I can start doing it. They're hitting me. Like, these guys were hitting me, like, right in the face with their guns, shooting me. And, like, you could see my armor going down and going back up and back down, up, full, you know? Like, now, I don't know if I have that. Oh. So, my bad. That's the one I was supposed to reuse right there. I had the wrong one on. I have two Intimidates. This one's better. Now, again, I just want to see if I have what you just said, because I know I do somewhere. Sorry, you're making me think here. I'm trying to remember if it's backpack or is it chest. I know I have it. What you just said, I know I have a piece of that somewhere. I know I do for sure. Whoop. I don't think I have any yellow pieces in here at all. No. It's probably on my other guy. Other. Ah. Yeah, it's definitely probably on my other three. You can use it the way you want. I would not. I would probably stay away from China Mask, the China Light Mask, like the China Gear. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so if you opt for the backpack, you will get you'll get 4% more on your red and blue debuffs. It'll go up to 12% instead of 8. And you'll get 1% more on your healing. But then you don't have, I don't know. Then you can't. Ooh, then you can't sync the talents together, right? I like to keep. I don't know. For me, when I run True Patriot, I like to keep the chest and the backpack open, because the chest piece for True Patriot is really a joke. It literally it just increases the speed of the flag. Big deal. Who cares? So that's why I'm like, no, I'll just use a talent that's actually worthwhile. The backpack gives you a nice little, it does increase your debuffs nicely, but at a price. If you're trying to sync a chest and a backpack together, then you're not going to be able to do that. Grupo would work good with True Patriot. I literally, yeah. I'm literally running headshot damage and stuff on my stuff, so. Let me try it with this. I'm pretty sure this is the one that I use. I have 2 Intimidates. I have more on other characters, but these 2, I have a Sokolov one as well. Just in case I want to use my SMG. Let's see. Not that I'm going to use that. I've been using M-Line's Guard. Simply because when I finish a target off, that's going to heal me. Or I can do this one. This is another one that I like. All I know is this thing hits pretty good. Considering a lot of people like to use the Memento backpack with this. Considering I'm not using that, it hits pretty good. Now, what did I have for pieces? Let me just get rid of this, whatever this is. I'm collecting Heartbreaker pieces right now because I'm using something with that right now. I've been having fun with a lot of stuff right now. Then once I unlock the Ninja Backpack, because I refuse, I'm sorry, I love this game, I really do, but I refuse to put out another 15 bucks just for a backpack and some spray paints and stuff. How to do in PvP? I don't know. I'm sure it would do fine because I am using Intimidate and Adrenaline Rush, right? So I am going to get that nice buff. But like I said, when that triggers, if I start using heals, I can stand there when somebody's got the white debuff and I can just take a hit. I can take hits like crazy. I did this build and so I'm pretty sure this was similar to the one that I built for, I built a conflict version of this. And I had 2 guys fighting me. I was fighting 2 guys in conflict that had DPS builds and they couldn't kill me. I was face tanking both of them, and I ended up killing them both. So it's been a while. I'm trying to get a different kind of version of it. I'm trying to make a Dark Zone version of it. I know I have a conflict version of it already. But as you know, you can't take a conflict build into the Dark Zone because it doesn't work the same. It's different mechanics. Right? That's like taking a Dark Zone build into conflict. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You'll get destroyed. So if you want to play conflict and Dark Zone, you've got to have 2 different PvP sets. Because they don't work. You can't bring one into the other. Vice versa. Because you will get your ass handed to you. When you think something like that's the thing with conflict is it's different, right? So just when you think, oh, I'm just going to run this and this will be fine, think about that a second time. because that's what you got to do with conflict, because what you think might work really well in conflict is going to probably suck ass. Vice versa, if you get a really good conflict build, you're like, oh, I'm going to take that into the dark zone. You jump into the occupied dark zone and get destroyed by anybody in there, just about anybody in there, because that build's not meant for that, right? So you gotta kind of make sure you label your builds, and you gotta make sure that if you have sets for conflict and sets for the dark zone, that's why I have 4 characters. This one's obviously my highest one. The other ones are just mules. I'm starting to organize them now, but that's what I want to do. I want to have sets for the occupied dark zone. I want to have sets for the non-occupied dark zone. And then I want to have sets for the conflict. Because, as you know, the difference between occupied and just the normal dark zones is there's a huge difference, actually. So if you have shitty gear and you go into the normal dark zone, it'll probably work out pretty good. If you have shitty gear and you walk into the occupied dark zone, that's a different story. And you don't want to do that, because you'll probably be dead. So, because normalization's turned off, right? So when you go into the normal dark zones, you can pretty much run anything you want, because it'll work great. But once you go into the occupied dark zone, that shit's turned off, and that stuff that was working great for you is not gonna no longer work great. You better put your best gear on for this. Because I see people talking about occupied dark zone and normal dark zone. I'm like, and I honestly, when I was in the dark zone all the time way back, I was always in the occupied dark zone. I never really played in the other one. A couple of times I think I did. But for the most part, I lived in the occupied dark zone, because that's where you had to have the best of the best of gear to survive. Because if you had shit gear, you'd get destroyed. Not saying I never lost, but I usually played with guys, we were all on the same page. I like playing with people that, especially for PvP, I like to play with people that know what they're doing, and they get it. Because when you're trying to play with people that have no idea what's going on, and it's not their fault, it's just they're probably not used to PvP, but it's not good when you got a team of guys and you're like, oh boy, what is he doing? Why is he wearing that shit? Why is he wearing that? And you're like, oh boy. So then you gotta spend 10 minutes trying to tell them, okay, if you're trying to do this, this is what you need to put on instead of that. If we're going into the occupied dark zone, you can't dress like a bum. You gotta dress in a tuxedo. Okay, you gotta have your best shit, or you will get dropped the minute you walk through that door. You can't be wearing friggin' ripped pants, ripped shirt. Or your ass is going in a body bag the minute you walk through that door. Because they see that shit, right? They pay attention. Some of these guys won't attack you right away. They'll just see what you're wearing. And if you're not wearing anything that they're, really worried about, they'll just kill you. We never showed mercy to people, though. If anybody... let me show you something. This was always my rule in the division, the very first division. This is what happened. So, I used to go in the dark zone with guys that I used to play with, and we would never bother anybody. And sometimes we had to, but only because they went rogue. But we would get jumped a lot, and after a while it got annoying. And it got to the point where I made this rule when we went into the dark zone. If anybody does this to me, you know how they used to do this, they'd do this, and shoot at you and do this? I would flag up and kill their ass, boom. I wouldn't even give a shit. I wouldn't even tell anybody I was going rogue. I'd just go bang, dead. I did the same thing with this too. I did from day one. I was like, I trust nobody, and if anybody points their gun at me, even if they're joking around, I'm roguing up and killing their ass. Because if I don't, because to me, like, before I would never do that, right? When in the first division at first, I would never, do that. But then I learned that, as soon as I turned my back, this motherfucker rogued up, and he's shooting at me now. So that's why I said I would go rogue the minute somebody did that, because I knew that if I turned around and started going this way, he probably really is going to go rogue. But I think more than anything, it was if somebody was following me. If somebody followed me around, mostly, you'd have those guys that would do that, and they would go rogue. But it was a joke, because I'd just turn around and spray once and they'd be dead. Because I always ran Predator's Mark, but I always had the maximum Predator's Mark, so my bleeds hurt more than usual. Because I had the extra bleed, right? The extra strong bleed. I could drop people in seconds. And none of us ever wore the same thing. Like, if I was running Predator's Mark, we'd have somebody running Nomad, Reclaimer, even a Firecrest. We would all be different things, though, right? You didn't want to be the same. Because, that might work for a while, but after a while, people figure out how to defeat that. And it's better to have a mix anyways, because then you have different things going on. You have different talents, skills. A mixed team survives better than a team that's just the same thing, right? Like if you go into any of the raids, there's always a healer. Always. There's always somebody that heals people. You got your DPSs, your tanks. So everybody has a role. And that's how you should play in PvP as well. You should do the same thing, because it works just as good in PvP as it does in a raid. If you have the 4 different types of people, you're good. Right? Because you can have a healer, you can have a skill build that's a healer, and you can have a skill build that's damage. Then you've got your tank and your DPS. Bang. Those 4 in the dark zone. I guarantee you, those 4 guys working like that, they're probably going to succeed way more often than a bunch of people that are running the same shit. Like the Lady Death. Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud? Yeah. Sorry, I think that gun's a piece of shit. But, yeah, I deconstructed a couple of them. I've had a couple God-rolled Lady Deaths that I've deconstructed over the years. Simply because I think it's a piece of junk. And I'll explain why. I know this from experience, because I got a lot of experience PvPing. So, I fought a lot of people that used the Lady Death. I think I only died to one person once from the Lady Death. And it's because I was not even at my controller. I literally got up and got a drink real fast and came back, and somebody used a Lady Death on me. Anyways, so when because you can see their gun, right? You can see it, like a Lady Death is very obvious what it looks like, and you can see that I'm carrying a Kingbreaker on my back. Well, I can see their Lady Death on their back. And so when we used to see that, we would even give them the opportunity to even get their stacks before they went rogue, and we'd still kill them. But one thing we noticed, and it's true, because for the Lady Death to work properly, you got to be able to move. But if you smother somebody so they can't move and you corner them, the Lady Death's a piece of shit. Because what's it gonna do? It can't do shit. You gotta move around to get stacks. If you can't move, you don't win. And that's what we did to people. We'd smother them into an area where they couldn't move. And they'd get pissy. The area chat was ridiculous. You'd hear these people just, oh boy, some of the stuff I've heard in the dark zone. That's why I turn my area chat off when I go in there. Oh, it's already off now. For the dark zone, I had proximity chats off. Because I don't want to hear people bitching and complaining when I kill them. Because they do. They do. If they're wearing a DPS build, they don't get it. The thing that they don't get is, if you're wearing no armor and you're all red and I kill your ass, you have no right to bitch because you have no armor. You're gonna die. You're squishy as hell. But yeah, no, we used to get a lot of that too. People would run like all reds, annihilate them, and they'd get all like, they'd call you cheater and some of the stuff I've heard, asshole, you name it. And I'd just laugh at them and say, yeah, why don't you put some armor on next time, dipshit? You might live longer. When you have 726,000 armor, I can melt that with one bullet. And I'm not even kidding, I could. Even with the setup I'm using right now, one headshot, and that armor's gone. But yeah. And then the dark zone, that's why I used to play in there a lot, and then stuff started happening, as you know, over the years. People started using things, people learned how to do damage glitches, etc, etc, etc. I stopped playing in the dark zone. Because I was like, this is just not right. You're not even fighting, you're not even in a fair fight anymore, right? At one point, there was people that were invisible. And you'd be getting shot going like this. Like, like you're trying to figure out where they are. You can't see them, though, because they were invisible. There were so many different issues. I don't even know if there's any issues anymore in there. But I know not long ago they fixed two major issues, which was great. I remember people bitching about a lot of things in the game, but I did point that out. That at least they finally fixed the heal glitch in the dark zone with the foundry, and they fixed the invisibility glitch, thank God, as well. That's major in my books. That's major. That's a good breakthrough. Finally, I mean, it took them long enough, but at least they did it. That's got to count for something. Because this game, like, honestly, this game was supposed to be all over with in TU12. That was supposed to be it. And we're in, what, TU17 now. So, yeah, I'd say that they're making an effort. It might not be the greatest effort. It's not the same team either. and it never will be. Even if they decide to make the Division 3, I highly doubt that Red Storm will come back. I know Ubisoft owns them, but I don't think they'll put Red Storm back in there if they did it. If they did another one, I think they would put somebody else in there. Probably keep the same team they have. So these guys would build they would have to build the thing from the ground up again, because there's no way they could understand the code for this game from scratch. Yeah, they could. It would take them a while, but why do that when you can just build a new code? Graphic engine needs an upgrade anyways. If you're looking at standards nowadays, yeah, it definitely does. Even this is outdated. Like, I've played games that are like newer, where this stuff here looks so real it's not funny. This just looks like stuff that's like, it looks like a prop was put in, you know? It's not bad, but it could use a fresh coat of paint. But I would rather have gameplay working first before you do that. So if you're gonna make another division, I don't know why people think they're not gonna. You know they're gonna. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. Heartland, they're gonna milk Heartland probably as long as they can before that happens, but they will. They know from past experiences that the Division 1 and the Division 2 made them some pretty good money. They were successful. Look at WoW, World of Warcraft. That game is still around. How old is that game? It's been around forever. Like the Matrix Online, I used to play that game on PC. That came out in 2005. And I believe WoW was still, well, WoW was still around. So maybe, is it 20 years? No, 21? WoW is still going. That game's like 20 plus years old. So that tells you that if you put in the time and the effort into a title, you can make it go as long as you want. If you keep everything fresh and you keep adding stuff and for things for people to do. Like, I know this sounds silly, but what do we love? We got this shade level thing going on, right? So, I mean, maybe they could up our, because like technically we're still level 40s. Yeah, well, like I said, the Matrix Online, which was I fucking missed that game. I was addicted to that fucking game, dude. I was on that all the time. I was like one of the best PvPers in that game. Yeah, 2005 it came out. And WoW was still around. So, the sad part about the Matrix Online is it only lasted about 4 years. Because what happened was, and I hate saying this, but it's true, this all stems back to another game that was from the same. So Sony Online Entertainment, SOE, aka, I think they've been dissolved by now. I'm pretty sure they don't exist anymore. But at the time, this is before the Matrix. This was actually not too long before the Matrix. They had a game called Star Wars Galaxies. I didn't play it, but I had friends that did. And Sony took that game over and destroyed it. Like, they absolutely destroyed the PvP in that game, apparently. So, I didn't think of anything of it. All of a sudden, Warner Brothers, or Mammoth, I think it was, they sold the game to Sony. So Sony Online Entertainment took over the Matrix Online. And when that happened, they immediately did the same thing they did with the other game. They screwed with the PvP combat. They wanted free fire, right? Because the way the Matrix worked is two people would fight. Multiple people could enter the fight, but it would be like, I don't know how to explain it. Multiple people could fight one person, but it wasn't free fire. It was like it was called something. It was a system called interlock. So everybody would be in the same session. Like, I don't know how to say it. It's really hard to say. So we'll say target A would try to like punch or something or shoot at me, and then target B would take his turn, you know what I mean? Like, and then it would just go back. Like, you could have multiple people fighting you at once. It wasn't stupid like you think, though. It was actually fun. Because you had to know what you were doing, right? Because certain moves were OP, and you could stop a lot of things. So, like, if somebody was shooting at me, I could dodge it. Most of the time I did, because I had high resistance to guns. But what Sony did is they took that away. So what they did is they kept the interlock there, but only 2 people could fight now. Nobody else could join in. But from the outside, people could free fire and hit you while you're fighting that other guy. Yes, I used to love that game. Actually, that was a fun game. I own that. I used to own that game. So that's what they did. Sony called it Combat 2.0, and I was not happy about that, put it that way. And then one day, the game slowly started to die because the development team started getting smaller and smaller, and so Sony was downsizing the dev team into the point where there was 1 dev left. There was only 1 developer left who was running the whole game by himself. He was doing all the live events by himself. He was playing every character. He was playing Seraph, he was playing the Oracle, he was playing Smith. So, and it was... So I sent him a message, because then we got a message saying that the game was going to be permanently shut down in, like, I think it was a week from the time that we saw it. And so there was no possible way to have certain guns in the game because they were dedicated to agents. So the deal with the agents in the game was if you didn't get certain criterias for, like, downtown, for example, which was very dangerous, you had to get certain things so that the agents wouldn't bother you. But if you didn't, then a level 255 agent would spawn right wherever, behind you, in the same room as you, and they would kill you. Well, I don't know if my character was glitched, but I had witnesses on this. This was when I first hit level 50, because that was the max level for people. And we were downtown, and an agent spawned at level 255, and he started shooting at me, and he was missing. He was missing. This is on. First of all, that's unusual, okay? Because they don't miss you. And the other people were like, let's just run away from this agent before he gets us. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna try something. So I ended up killing that agent. Okay? And they're like, what? I was like, I don't know, is it a glitch? Like, am I supposed to be able to do that? Because I just killed that agent and I took his shit. Like, I took whatever he dropped, which was really good stuff. You're not supposed to be able to do that. Like, you can fight an agent, you could kill an agent if like 10 people fought the agent, you could kill him. It was really hard. But I killed this guy all by myself. And it was probably the most satisfying moment ever. That was a fun game. I liked that system. You know, the other game that I really liked, and I know you're going to say this because it's probably not going to, I don't know. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I really like this system where you can have a crew that you can call on. I like those kind of games where you have a crew that you can call on and just like send them into battle, like send them to fight your people. You know, just the other NPCs. You can just tell them to go kill them. That's why that's why I liked Mafia, the Mafia games, because especially Mafia 3. Now, I can't play Mafia 3 on here. I mean, I can, but I can't stream it because it would probably offend too many people, because there's a lot of racial things that occur in the game. Like, they say some pretty nasty stuff, and it probably would get flagged. So that's why I don't stream that game, because you really can't stream that game. It's bad. Like, there's a lot of racial stuff in there that would just, yeah. But that was, and the thing that people don't understand is, and I'm not saying it's a good thing, but back in those days, that's what was acceptable, right? That's what they did. We can't change that. We can learn from it, but we can't change it. I don't know why. See, this is what drives me nuts. I don't like when they try to delete history. I think we need to learn from it, not delete it. I think it's wrong to delete it. What happened, happened. Learn from it. Do better. But if you delete it, then other people that come along won't know about it. So they'll think, if this is happening, it's acceptable to do that. They don't know about the past, right? If it's getting deleted. Like, where I live, one of our prime ministers did some pretty bad things back in the 1800s. That was acceptable back then. That's what they did. We can't, again, you can't change it, but you can learn from it. But what they're doing is they're starting to take his stuff away. They're taking his statues down. And I'm like, why are we deleting history? What was the point of us learning history if you're going to delete it now because you get offended by it? We all become soft? Like, I'm just saying, we got to get off the tit here. We gotta nut up or shut up, right? Like he says in Zombieland, nut up or shut up. He's got a point. What is that? Why does that guy have... Why is his number 228? Noob Poner. Okay. He must think he's special. He can kill new players. Cool. But if he goes against an experienced player, he probably cries and runs away with his tail between his legs, probably. But what are you gonna do, right?
Another agent has joined your group.
Uh-oh.
Another agent is now in your group.
I'm getting a craving for some Deadites. I want to play some Evil Dead so badly right now. I always play as the demon. I don't play as Ash or anybody. I play as the demon. Yeah. See, they need to make the physics better. If I knock that over, it should break those lights. Want to go to New York? You took Dan Arangi or his lieutenants already. But do you want to go to New York anyways? Nah, I can swim there. Yeah, I can swim there.
Another agent has joined your group.
Good to see you, Agent.
Another agent is now in your group.
There we go. We've got 7 people. We just need one more.
Another agent has joined your group.
So I have a feeling it's gonna be probably an Asian server. It's probably gonna be an Asian server, and the reason why is because of the names. Some of the names. Still says the same message there. That's the same message that's been there since earlier.
Communication relay offline.
So remember before they brought this content out, there was only one difficulty for it. It was normal. Now they got normal, hard, challenging, and
Rangers have
heroic.
taken the power plant. Not sure what they're trying to do with a nuclear reactor, but they've triggered the safety protocols. The plant is going into lockdown.
Hopefully,
We need to get control of the experimental reactor.
this team. Oh, let me see where I'm on first. Come on.
Reactor unstable. Emergency lockdown protocols activated.
I'm on a USD server. Oh my god. This is a first in a while. Usually it's not.
You're closing in on the target.
Target detected.
Watch my back,
Agent, you should be able to access that experimental lab now.
Containment field failure. EMP discharge required to stabilize reactor.
Agent, you've reached the lab. I need you to stabilize the reactor. You're in. Now, just need to find and destroy those fuel valves.
Warning. Experimental reactor unstable. Safety protocols activated.
Yeah, I'm muted because of stupid cough. It's really annoying.
Nice work on the valve. Now, I need you to expose the reactor's core.
It's really funny because during this whole process of being sick for all these days, I never once had really much of a cough until now it's almost over and now I'm getting a cough. I don't get that. Why is that shit coming at the end? It should be coming at the beginning.
EMP discharge imminent. Proceed to nearest exit. Disable all electronics.
I'm surrounded!
Yeah, we're not going to do this. I know we're not going to do this now. We still have to get one more time.
System curtailed. Incoming. High risk hostile.
God, that's really annoying. I never had this cough.
Emergency lockdown protocol is complete. Reactor offline.
It's too late. there. Hilo is ready when you are. Shoot a flare to signal Torres.
EMP detonation imminent. Proceed with caution. Disable all electronics.
You'll run out eventually! You're back!
Agent, stay frosty. Hunters incoming.
Yeah, the Super 90 is nice. I like the Super 90. Wait, which one did you use? Did you use versatile or did you use both?
Agent down. System reactivated. Serious trauma detected. Agent down.
That's interesting. I got shot from over there by the hunter that was over here. And I was behind cover that was completely covering me.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent incapacitated.
This guy's an idiot.
An agent needs assistance.
Agent down.
He's gonna die.
Agent deceased.
I'm probably gonna die in a second anyway, so.
An agent has
Oh, I didn't die,
Lost
but.
the plant. We need to find a way to get the power back on.
Hmm. Yeah, the reason why I just said that was because I took cover and this guy just launched himself
safe area. Enter.
towards me and pushed me out of cover. I know what I'm gonna have to do. And get rid of this shit. Gonna have to make a lemon and honey and hot water, which should calm this shit down.
Incoming backup request.
Most important thing to do that I found anyways is a lot of people when they buy honey, they buy pasteurized honey. So, I mean that sort of works, but not really, because most of the goodness has already been passed out. Hey, what's up? So if you're gonna do that, you need to get the raw honey, because raw honey has all the good stuff. Pasteurized honey, it's gone. They boil it out. Yeah, I don't mind. I just need to make a drink because suddenly at the end of being sick, I'm getting a cough. I hope it's not one of those. I hope it's not one of those colds where the cough is at the end, but that cough lasts for 2 weeks. I had one of these a long time ago. Same thing. Cough was like 2 weeks long. It's a dry cough too.
Work, it never ends.
I'm pretty sure I have green tea.
Goddamn mice get into everything.
Evacuation drills will be conducted once per week. Please familiarize yourself with the emergency exits.
Could use some help moving stock later.
Firearms training is now available at the shooting range. To book a time slot, report to the range. Those with previous law enforcement or military experience will be prioritized.
Better than I thought. Sucks again. I need to call an exterminator.
Weekly medical checkups are compulsory. Please visit the clinic to book a time slot. Failure to comply could lead to the expulsion from the secure area.
Looking good, Agent. Little hunger does a body good. Could use some help moving stock later.
If you notice suspicious activity, report it to the nearest JTF member immediately. Do not intervene or risk causing potential harm to yourself.
Nice. Sorry, I just made myself a drink. Ah. Like I said, I I didn't have much of a cough during this whole process, so this is like at the end when I'm starting to feel better. Now I'm getting a cough. I mean, this has happened before in the past when I've had a cold. It's really annoying when your cold finishes off with that cough that lasts for like another 2 weeks. It's not fun. It's really annoying. I just wanted to go away. Like, I've been sick since February 27th. No, my birthday was on March 1st, and I was sick for my birthday, so that was great. Okay. So what I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna go to bed. Because I know she's gonna be bugging me in a minute. Sometimes I leave my PlayStation on, so it turns off after a while anyways. Alright, Pops, see you later, buddy.